Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Chris. Haven't done a sneaker unboxing in a long time, and I'm extremely excited to do this Moab. And why? I've been on a big Merrell kick. If you went through my videos, you know that I have over 1,300 unboxing videos. Most of them are Jordan and Nike. You look around the wall, I've started to elevate the shoes that I buy. And this is not, throwing shade at Nike, but a lot of the time they just don't fit or feel good, especially when I'm doing these like long walks and like I'm going to Miami soon to go pick my son up from school, and I need shoes that fit. And in Miami has a tendency to just start raining out of the blue. And I don't know if you've been to Miami before, but it's kind of like Memphis in that way. It'll just start raining and then it'll stop. So I was like, you know what? I want a shoe, one, I can walk in for a long time. Two, that when it rains, my feet aren't just going to be soaked because it's Miami. Anyway, let's keep going. But this is the Merrell Moab Speed Zip Gore-Tex One Trail. The One Trail series of shoes from Merrell, I placed them on par with Solomon. Easily. So if you've been a fan of Solomon, the Vibram outsole on this thing is rugged. It's sturdy. The shoe itself is waterproof. It's got this new foam called FloatPro, which makes this is not a boot. I know it has that kind of rugged utilitarian look, but it's not a boot. It's a sneaker. It's light. It feels like a sneaker. I actually, I have on the Nova right now. If I lift that up, I have on the Nova. This is as light as the Nova. I got to get to a close-up of this thing. Let me make sure there's some details because I know we don't have to authenticate Merrell shoes. They're probably not being bootlegged or anything, but I want to make sure you see the box. It's just a brown box. A lot of this shoe is made with recycled materials. You'll see that when I get to the close-up. But the style code, let me J004729. The color is Birch. The Moab Speed Zip Gore-Tex One Trail is the name. Just making sure it's size 13. It does have a QC stamp, which is 08/31/2022. So they do have a QC stamp on this side. And on the inside, they do have a QC sticker. And the QC sticker is QC8 OK. The paper on the inside is just a recycled brown paper. Let's get to that close-up because I think that's what you came to see. It's Tony Baker. Shout out Tony Baker. One of the best comedians out there right now. Love Tony Baker. Anyway, close-up of the Merrell Speed Zip Gore-Tex, and I'll do it on foot as well. Love this shoe. That's all I have to say. Gonna get this paper out. Close up. All right, so we got this close up. I wanted to make sure you guys got good light on it and see this in its full scope. It's more off-white than it is white. So it's a little bit kind of cream. And you guys, I know, every time I say cream, I start thinking Wu-Tang, dyed blue and cream, glaciers of ice. Anyway, I want to show you here at the back. And there you see the FloatPro information of why this is not a boot. I'm making sure to stress that this is not a boot. And you do see the Gore-Tex here at the side on the ripstop. You have that Gore-Tex tag. And of course, see it right there on the back. But I got to pick this thing up. I want you to see the Merrell in white here. Merrell's got, this thing is fire. I mean, I hate using the word fire and then people put the fire emoji, but when you have to say something is fire, this mug is nice. Now, why is it super nice and why am I being so hype about this? I'm going to move this here. I want you guys to see the zip where it has the Gore-Tex going down the front of the shoe. I'm going to move that up so you can see that ripstop. But what I want to do is unzip it, which obviously I was able to do that with one hand. I'm going to pull this up. You see that the tongue is ripstop, and then it's a sock-like fit. But the insole itself is actually, I think it's made out of some partially recycled material, and I don't want to shake that too much. But you see the insole, almost like drainage holes on here. And I'm going to show the lasting on the inside, the material, and it's sewn. So that's a good thing. Well, most of the lasting material is going to be sewn specifically on a Gore-Tex shoe because it's waterproof. So you guys can see that the membrane is here around the inside of it. But what I want to do is pull this tongue back just to read that and make sure it's all good. It's made in Vietnam. And any dates on here? No dates on here. So we're good with that. We just have the style code up there at the top. But I want to get to this on foot because my goodness, man, this thing is fresh. So I want to see what it looks like, man. So give me a second. Let me back this up so I can make sure you get a good look at the toe and turn it and freeze it right there. And let's go to that on foot. So what you're checking out is me putting the shoe on and making sure it feels okay. But what I didn't realize is that, and I've had Gore-Tex shoes before, but when Gore-Tex is utilized, it actually takes about a half away from the sizing on the shoe. So zipping this was kind of tough. And then once I got it zipped up and I tried it on and I started to just stand in it and flex my foot and move it back and forth, I felt a little bit of pressure over the top of my instep. So I actually ended up giving these away. So what I'm going to tell you is if you buy these, size up a half size. Now, there's no 13 and a half. So for me, I would have had to go to a 14. And I think that may have been a little bit too big. But for smaller sizes, you should be just fine if you size up half a size. The shoes look incredible. I love them. I hate buying something, but I gave it to my mentee, and he's going to produce some really cool footage. And I'm really looking forward to what he does. And it should be pretty dope. And I guess that's about it. I wanted to make sure I did do this kind of pose and make sure you got to see it kind of full. I probably could have dressed better, but that's it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys watching the video. That's not basically, run-of-the-mill kind of video, and it's for a brand that's not as popular, but I really do think Merrell is next up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Got some more Merrell stuff coming, man. Got a lot of shoes because we're going to be doing a lot of hiking and traveling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.